As usual, the stream takes about 10 or 15 minutes in order to get going as we wait for people to actually show up. Luckily, I'm actually doing this on the right day, so we might actually get a decent crowd. So hello to the early birds in the chat room, to everyone who actually has the notifications turned on. Okay, Stockton, you can't post a message and then post first. That's just not how it works. No, but happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Regardless of how you spent it, I hope it was a good day. Where have I been? Occupied. I mean, I did get in. I did get in a stream last week. It was on Friday, but I did stream. It's the same story. It's just things kind of went wrong last Tuesday. But everything's fine right now. So we can continue. Hello, Somewhere City. I miss Gaim. I really miss Gaim. I'm enjoying XA, but I miss Gaim. Am I good with advice? That really depends on what you need advice on. Least favorite writer, series, or belt? I make no bones about it. I'm really not a fan of Ryuki. I sat through 10 episodes of it and I was bored to tears. I could not stick through that show. And it is also my least favorite belt. Because it barely does anything. It's meant just to be a card holder. That year the main weapon that year the main weapon toy was the big deal. The Postal Service is on strike? Ugh, that's not good. No, but I appreciate that, man. You're gonna have to shoot me a private message somewhere. If you're actually wanting to get my address for that. See. Okay. I'm reading all bros. For the sake of the archive, I will not spread I will not spread things for permanent media consumption. You will find that women get like that every now and then. It's not too uncommon to have a girlfriend or a wife that is mad about something and will not tell you what. Sometimes it's best to run its course. Just if she's acting that way, then I know you might be concerned, but you might need to just give her some space and to make sure she can work through it on her own time. Have I seen Code Lyoko? Yes, I have. Code Lyoko, I feel, was really underrated, and I think it's because the first season is so formulaic. I mean, you get absolutely the same story every single time. Xana sends off a virus-filled monster. It causes chaos, and then they just reset at the end. Season 2 was way more interesting. There's a lot better stuff in Season 2 and Season 3. It was so weird because that show got a continuation in France in live action form. Like, the CG stuff was still the same when they went into Lyoko, but all the characters went to live action, which made it really, really jarring. And now all of a sudden, none of the characters look the way they were. None of them looked the same as when they did when they were in the show. But it was still the same show. Like, they continue the plot of things. Like, it was bizarre. It was really bizarre. You convince your dad to get Netflix to watch Voltron. I've had worse reason. I've heard of worse reasons for it. Ooh, all bro. Okay, that's a rough spot to be in. It's a difficult position. Unfortunately I am not as versed in that as I should be. I've not had a girlfriend or anything that ended up in that sort, because that's a really delicate line to walk. Yeah, I did see Q Ranger. I'm waiting for TV Nihon to come out with their subs so I actually trust what the characters are saying. Overtime Overtime's made too many really questionable translations for me to really trust them anymore. They take too many liberties. But I like what I saw. I really like the action sequences. I like the costume designs and the characters so far. It left a really good first impression on me. Better than a lot of the Sentais have in recent years. Like, I get the feeling I'm not skipping this one like I ended up doing really for a while now. I think it was Kyoryuger the last time I sat through a Sentai all the way through. Yeah, Wisp. That's the kind of thing Overtime does. Overtime is that series is the translators. Oh, I know. Like Nihon takes a lot of liberties too. You have to. This is the thing about translating Japanese is because like European languages are all kind of based in the same root language. It all comes from the same source. That's why a lot of words in like Spanish and English sound similar. You know, and why the sentence structure is the same. But Eastern languages, you know, Chinese and Korean and Japanese have a completely different sentence structure and a completely different vernacular. So you can't actually get a 100 it's impossible to have a 100% accurate translation of Japanese to English. It's just not possible because Japanese language relies more on context. It relies more on inflection. It relies more on situation. So, and there's a lot of culture in that language that can't be accurately translated. Like, how do you translate all of the honorifics they put at the end of names and titles? You know, they have honorifics for your elder grandfather. You don't have that in America. We have Mr. and Mrs., and that's about as far as we go. So it's all up to interpretation. It's all up to what the translator feels is the best translation for that particular sentence or word. I just feel like Nihon tries to stick a little bit closer to the original. Overtime has a tendency to Americanize a lot of it. And Overtime sometimes really screws up. Like, TV Nihon used to in the day, and they've gotten better at really weird translation choices. Overtime is the subgroup that translated the Sengoku driver into the Warring driver, because it's based on the Warring States era of Japan. Except it wasn't spelled the same way. It's like if you translated a line with the word to, T-W-O, and instead you put in the word to, T-O-O. Completely different meanings, even though they're pronounced the same. So when Sengoku Ryoma shows up, and you find out, oh, it's a proper name. It's the guy's family name. They didn't fix their error. They changed a character's name to maintain their own bad translation. I can take Overtime if I have to, if I'm really curious about what a series turns out to be, and I did for Q Ranger this time. But it's translations like that that make me go, no, I don't need Overtime in my life. This is more unforgivable to me. Yeah, they actually... Wisp, yes. In their translation, Sengoku Ryoma is named Ryoma Warring. It makes no sense. It is stupid, and it's... They should have just went and fixed their own mistake, but they didn't. They doubled down on their mistake. Now that my rant is done, let's see where I'm at here. I watched some Zyuohger. I kind of fell off on it. I'm not really sure why. It's actually not bad, but I didn't, usually it's me and Danielle that watches Toku together, and she wasn't into it, and we just both kind of fell off. Okay, opinion on Trypticon. I'm sure a lot of people have asked me about Trypticon. Oh, yes. I actually own all of the G2 combiners, mostly because they went super dirt cheap. Like, for a while, you could get Superion and Menasor both for $30 shipped. It's kind of wonderful. But, yeah, I did see Trypticon. Trypticon looks really, really cool. It's weird. Okay, so on WTF and TFW, I actually, I voiced this. I told this story. So that episode will come out sometime later this week if you want to listen to the whole thing. But as a kid, I went to a friend's house, and he had what I thought was a G1 Trypticon on his nightstand, and I wanted to play with it, and he wouldn't let me. But in my head, all I could remember about it was like a super detailed Trypticon. Because, like, later in life, when I got to the internet, and I got to see what Trypticon looked like, I went, whoa, that's way smoother. That's not nearly the one I saw. And as my memory goes, I now realize that what he had was a Zoid. It was a Zoids model, because those are hyper detailed. Even when you're talking about the old ones from the 90s. But it was weird because this Trypticon is just that same level, that hyper level of detail to him. And it's weird because I'm getting nostalgic flashbacks about a Trypticon that didn't exist. It's like the Trypticon from my false memory has actually come true, which is a very bizarre realization. But I'm really... The only thing I'm worried about is how much playability it's going to have, because I don't know if it's going to have the electronic gimmicks that the original G1 did. Clearly, it's not going to have the walking feature. It seems to have a lot more articulation. It's got a lot of hinges that you didn't have anything to do with any of its original modes, so I'm really wondering how the thing transforms. Favorite episode of Atop the Fourth Wall? I gotta be honest, I haven't watched much from the Channel Awesome crew these days. It's been years since I watched Nostalgia Critic. Lewis I kept up with for a while, but I just kind of fell off on it. I will end on this because we gotta get the game started. The favorite episodes I have, and this is cheating, but like the end of the Lord Vice episodes. Like the end of that, like the end of the Lord Vice saga, because you actually get to see. Hang on. You get to see the Mechakara hand that I made for Lewis. Like because I made him that hand thinking, well, the last time Mechakara died, it was his eye that remained, and no one knows him for his eye. They remember him for the robot hand, so I made him a dismembered robot hand that he could use as the prop, and he used that prop for years. I was so happy that that was useful. Alright, hang on. Gotta get this tweeted out. Alrighty. Yeah, Crusher, I'm trying to get some I'm trying to get some comparisons in. Yeah, 253. If you look at those, like, the Mechakara hand is actually a toy called an Awesome Arm, which was basically cashing in on the Terminator franchise. But it's a really rare toy, and I happen to have a broken one. So what I did to give Lewis, like, a better prop was I built him one that was broken off at the back and had a lot of wires hanging from it. 253, go back and watch like the final episodes of the Vice arc, and like when he's using the hand to talk to Lord Vice in the opening, that's the one I made him, and he's using that for most of that arc as a communicator. It's cool. All right. Well, first I gotta turn sound on. Please don't get me, please don't sue me, Squaresoft, because I'm using your music. Alright. We continue on. Lavos beckons. Favorite channel Awesome Critic? On a weird personal level, probably Linkara, because I've had talks with him from time to time. He was a fan of the TJ TV episodes I was doing, and he was actually one of the guys inside of Channel Awesome that really wanted me to be on that website. Like, he put in some good words for me, which was always really, really cool of him. Professionally, just as, like, a personality, the one I've actually kept up with from that site is Angry Joe. And he worked really hard to actually escape that site and become a personality all on his own. He's way bigger than the Nostalgia Critic is now. Alright, so we've only got a few places we can go in this wreckage because we can't reach the Epoch. And the North Cape is there, but it's empty. And all these huts are pretty much just leftovers. We got empty. Hey, the new survived. Bye. The one guy left to buy stuff from, and it's a new. But we got plenty of gold and need items, so stock up on mid-tonic. What else do I need? Do for a couple more of those. Shelters. Yeah, we're good there. We are good there. What about you? What do you have? His wares vary from time to time. Duly no. Get out of the way so I can get the sparkly thing. I want the sparkly thing. Yeah, can't get the sparkly thing. Wingster is Paradox's stuff easy to get because his dual Gashat sold out at HLJ. Okay, that's the Sunstone. We've heard about the Sunstone before. A few enlightened ones did survive, but no distinction remains between the enlightened and the earthbound anymore. Oh, you lost your magic! I've still got mine. Sucks to be you. Have I ever eaten the gum that's included in Kabaya kits? I don't get enough Kabaya kits to really do that, or make that attempt. Definitely not the original Kabaya kits. I'm actually... Random quiz question for you. Or random trivia for you. I don't like gum. I actively avoid chewing gum at any opportunity. How can I survive in this land without my magic? You don't need magic to survive. Besides, you're not alone. Hey! You grew dependent on a dangerous force. Man, magic users and mudbloods all living together. The sea of clouds has parted and the blizzard has finally abated. Can the long winter finally be over? So apparently we tick off Labos and he causes the Ice Age. We tick off Labos again and he ends the Ice Age. Okay, you're the only one who knows what's going on. Does HLJ take Visa cards? I'm not sure, but if you've got a Visa card, you can set up a PayPal account. Wisp, I would rather you avoid talking about the spoilers for X8. A lot of people aren't even up on the current episodes, let alone what's being shown off in the... magazines. Bow and pay homage to our new liege, King Dalton. Oh, God. King Dalton. Oh! And again with the fireballs. He whacked an old man. Mabius, I'm not much of a Gundam guy, but G Gundam is my favorite Gundam series to watch. I love the over-the-topness. The old Crono and the pesky gurus are gone. I now rename Zeal the Kingdom of Dalton. Oh, you're alive. It's just like the one Balthazar was building. He's building it now? My God, how many centuries do you need to finish one vehicle? Okay, so Dalton's taking my time machine, which would be a something if I wasn't, you know, a powerful magic user and all that. Oh. Or I could just whack fireballs away with a bow. Why not? Anything better, Dalton? Oh. Okay, sure. Was I ever into Yu-Gi-Oh? Yes, I was. I used to play with friends of mine, but, you know, everyone grows up, we move apart, and I have not played in a long time. I still have my original deck, though. I sold off the card collection years ago, but I still have my deck. All equipment gone. All items gone. All money gone. This really is like Valentine's Day with the girlfriend. Okay. The new king. Let's see. Serves him right. Without weapons, they're powerless. Except for the fact we can still use magic, but apparently we're just going to glaze over that. Alright. Yeah, I had a dueling disc. Oh! Yes, I had a dueling disc. We're in the belly of... the Blackbird. Not the X-Men ship. Okay. We can get up there. Oh. Luckily, he's found a vent. Yeah, this enters the Metal Gear Solid portion of our game. So we can crawl through the vents and we can see, like, what soldiers and what guards are underneath us through these. And every now and then there's going to be a spot where I can hop down. Yeah, Isla is actually really handy in your party at this point, and I could switch her in. Oh, no, I can't switch her in. Storyline. But Isla would be really good because she doesn't need equipment to fight. What do you call the Sentai Rangers? You call them Rangers. I think back to Gokaiger. They have Ranger keys. So that makes utter sense. Alright, what room is this? This is the one I need. So we have a sleeping guard with one chest, and it is Marl's equipment. And the game is smart enough to instantly give it back to me. Cool. Alright. So now we can actually fight. If we should need it. But we should actively avoid it if possible. We've still got plenty of other sections we can go through. Let's see. What is this room? I can't remember what this room... Oh. I believe this is hallway access. Doesn't really give me a real good look at what's beyond that door. In here. Robots. Okay, that's not gonna work yet. I want to at least get Frog. Well, I need to get at least one more equipment set before I actually try and take on guards. Whoa! Never mind! Because you can totally Metal Gear this thing and actually get through the entire section without having to fight any of the guards. Where's the fun in that? Well, actually it is kind of fun, because it's, oh, wrong way. It is a very different approach to the game. There's a few things you do want to look for, though. Somewhere in here, there's one where we can actually spot Dalton. I think it's way over to the left side of this, I believe. If I can figure out how to get all the way over. I will admit, in the entirety of the game, this is probably the least stream-friendly section. Okay, we got a room down here. Oh, that's where I came in. Cool. Alright, at least I have my bearings a little bit. Down here is... Oh, that just leads into the hallway. Yeah, Ghost kind of fell apart for me. Okay, I need that. If you find a chest in here, it is item or it is gear. Like, getting someone's equipment back so you can actually fend off guards is extremely important, but more important is finding where your items are, because it doesn't matter if you've got your characters if you don't have the items to keep them alive. Alright, we got Luca back, though. So now we've got some dual techs. We can really survive now. I gotta get Frog. The money's the least important one, but you really don't want to go without it either. Oh. Aren't I a good solid snake? Alright. Down to Dalton. He thinks he can't just tinker with another's possessions. Pay close attention to what you're doing. This will be my royal air throne. Air throne. Sure. He doesn't even know what it is. To him, it's just a car. Now, here's the funny thing. No matter how long I spend up here, no matter how many times I go through, and no matter how far I progress, if I go back and actually check through that grate, he's still standing there laughing. Because Dalton, I don't know if you realize this, is an idiot. Now that we've got two, we need to start fending through some guards in order to actually get the rest of our stuff back. The money, I believe, is in the upper section of this place, so we don't have to worry about it just yet. But I can't leave without my items, and I can't leave without... Well, obviously I can't leave without Frog's gear. Oh, shut up, Limiter. Ow. Luckily, nothing too challenging in this section. They want to make it an interesting little diversion, but they don't want to actually make this like a super difficult area of the game, so the guards are not terribly challenging. Oh, good. It's a blind robot. Ah. I still want to explore... No, wrong way. I still want to explore the rooms before I head upward. Hey, there's my items. Water. Oh, he still doesn't have water too, because he hasn't been in the party as much. Alright, blow him up. What kind of game is this? It is the classic JRPG. Oh, that's my money. Sweet. Oh. Okay, that's the actual... Oh, wow, that's a lot of guards. And absolutely nothing in this room. I don't know what it was. In Kamen Rider, there's just characters who have these little quirks to them that they follow through with all the time. Wizard preferred donuts, and Beast preferred mayonnaise. It's just this little quirk to give them a little bit of a, I don't know, just make them feel more human. Just because I will, given the choice, I will take a Coca-Cola over pretty much anything. You know, so we all kind of have our little creature habits like that. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much everything. Let me in. See. Oh yeah, these guys, nothing. Wisp, it's fine. Like, the mayonnaise thing was supposed to be funny. Because, seriously, who obsesses over a condiment that much? Leap Slash, Dual Tech Red Pin, Dual Tech Line Bomb. Oh, thoughts on action RPGs. What are you classifying as an action RPG? Because modern times, the term RPG gets thrown around a lot. Let's see. Red Pin, burn enemies with a flame slash, or Line Bomb, bomb enemies on a line. Sure, let's try it out. Whoa! He carpet bombs him! Yeah, 253, okay, Pikachu and ketchup. Fair point. Soul Blazer style. I don't know Soul Blazer. So there you go. Because, like, these days when you talk, hang on. When you talk JRPG, or when you're talking, like, action RPG, you could mean, for instance, like Borderlands. Borderlands is considered an RPG. I'm playing Fallout. Fallout's considered an RPG. Favorite Q Ranger? I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Chameleon right now. I think it's cool that we actually have a female Green Ranger for one, but also, oh, she gets to be that just like she knows what she's talking about type character, which is always fun. But it's really early to say because we really only got a look at 5 of them so far. Okay, I've got all my stuff, and I don't recall there being anything, like, actually hidden in this section of the game, so... we're gonna have to head our way up and actually progress the game a little bit, because there's a certain point I want to make it to, and I don't think we're gonna make it. I absolutely don't think we're gonna make it. But for some reason... we had to get out on the wing of this thing. And get to this point. The game does not direct you to get to this point. It just, literally, it pushes you to do this. Oh. It's Golem time again. Maybe I should have gone to save, because if this goes wrong... Golem boss. It occurs to me if this goes wrong, I haven't saved, and I'd have to do that entire section all over again. Yeah. Oh no. Don't you start the countdown nonsense. But yeah, I did, I watched VR Troopers, and I watched Big Bad Beetleborgs. I watched pretty much everything that Saban put out back then. Yes, I'm getting the Nintendo Switch. Mine is on pre-order. Two, don't count down, don't count down. Thoughts on Batman Beyond Return to the Joker? I actually just introduced Danielle to that. She loved Batman Beyond, but she never saw the actual movie. I really, really like that one. I like the dark tone. It's so rare when something that's basically an after-school or Saturday morning cartoon is allowed to introduce something into its own canon that's so dark. Oh, that's right! I forgot. That's how he works. I forgot Golem Boss is a joke. He's supposed to be the most powerful Golem, and he's got the HP for it, but his countdown attack is a bluff. He's gonna try it again. In reality, the only thing this guy is a distraction. It's just supposed to give you something to tell you time has passed. But I am gonna go ahead and ether Luca anyway. She probably needs another one, honestly. Bam! Sure, why not? And yes, just to answer the previous question, yes, when I say I watched everything Saban put out back then, that does include the Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog. Oh my god, he's cowering. Oh, come on! Face your end with some dignity, man. Oh, he's scared of... Okay. Sure. Sure. He's scared of heights. Why not? Why not? Why bother having any kind of seriousness in your bosses at this point? Bam. Bam. Master... Oh, come on! I could have beaten you. Gemini, I wouldn't mind doing TJ, or, Master Rider for TJ TV, but no good source material exists for it. Mwahaha. It's complete. I've done it. Ooh. See these beautiful wings. Now this is a king's throne. I now name it the Dalton Imperial. Doesn't fit on the license plate. No, 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 no! You do not break the fourth wall to me. Is that clear? I remember as a kid, everything this guy did really, really made me want to kill him. I was a non-violent child. I was not cruel or mean in any way. Well, when this game came out. But man, did I wanted to punch him so much. Epoch's flying! It's not Epoch, it's the Aero Dalton Imperial! Oh! Firing his laser. You gave it guns too! It's all your fault, Crono. I fail to see how it's all Dalton's fault, but sure. Let's take... Your boyfriend died, so let's take it out on him. Besides, it's an excuse to beat up Dalton. I always want those. Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh villain? Honestly, I'll be frank. I don't remember Yu-Gi-Oh well enough to really answer that. Like, I would say Pegasus by default. Because I like his arrogance, I like his persona that he went with, and the only one I can really... Oh! Oh! Gonna do that now. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna throw another one of those heals down, because that went real well. Alright, let's see if he's like everybody else and his fire attacks are really lame. We're 23. Opposite magic attack. Okay, Luca is almost immune, but everyone else gets hurt. See how he likes this. What do I think of the Go! Golem Boss! Oh. My Pokemon was knocked out! Tomorrow I'll level up. What do I think of the Digimon villains? Some are good, some are very generic and just they're there just to be... They're just mean and powerful, but... Again, there's Persona that I'm a fan of, you know. Myotismon was really, really good. And there's elements of Piedmon I really liked. Groundling Thief. More importantly, did he change the controls? I am at a loss, because you're from the Middle Age. You should be at a loss. You're flying in a time machine. Hit the Y button, quick. And it actually wants me to hit the Y button, so... Y? Oh! I'm sure it's fine. Okay, it's not fine. It's not fine. Then hit the X button. Okay, sure. Maybe that'll drop a bomb. Or it was self-destruct, either way. I did. I listened to the battle instructions. I mean, it's not like I was traded or anything. Favorite Scott McNeil moment from when I was a kid? Oh my god. I had to think back to a lot of cartoons he was in. Oh, Lucas figured it out. You know, these have seats. You don't have to, like, literally stand up on the console like that or anything. Crono's gotta be somewhere. Okay, well, we can ask the well, we can look around the commons again. Oh, hey, it's the seedling. I saw that. This mysterious sapling. Maybe one day it will help us. Maybe someday it will help change our environment? I wonder if that... I wonder if that actually means something. Oh, we got a lot more people now. Here. Hooray, hooray. Well, we know that purple cat. For some reason that... No, that cat should be with Janice, so I don't know what happened to the kid. Well, I do. We gotta start from scratch. Well. No one here. Let's do what always works really, really well after an apocalypse. And go to the northernmost cliff of the island. This went so well when we did this in Final Fantasy VI. Oh, hey, and this is glittery now. Oh, you. Megas. Thoughts on the fight with the Batman Beyond versus the Joker? I really liked that particular Joker. Terry was absolutely right. He's just looking to get a laugh out of Batman. He's looking to psych Batman out. In the context of that show and that universe, I think it was a really, really good way of finally, like, one-upping the Joker. It's to beat him at his own game and just make a laugh out of it. It's a really cool fight. Gone is the magical kingdom of Zeal and all its dreams and ambitions of its people. Except for the ones who are living in the huts back there. I once lived there, but I was another person then. I was a cat person. Now I am a dog person. Don't ask. Am I planning to review The Critic for TJTV? I don't do adult cartoons on TJTV. And comedy shows are a little bit harder to review anyway. His power is beyond human control. Oh, and the kid decides to leap into it. Okay. Sure. Just go head first into the apocalypse. Why not? It's a time gate! Doesn't that hurt your ears? It's screaming right in your head. Remember how it said that when 4 people travel through time, it throws someone to the point of least resistance? It's a little subtlety, but it's pretty cool. This must be the end of time. Okay, so did you just build that whole little place that we land? Oh. So Ozzy tries to kill Janice, and then Janice grows up and is Ozzy's boss. I'll tell you how that went. Thou art that filthy urchin. Ever since Lavos' time portal stranded me in the Middle Ages, I've waited to even the score. You interrupted me just as I'd summoned Lavos to my castle. How ironic, having been drawn into yet another portal, I would end up in this age. Being from the future, my knowledge of the past enabled me to convince the Queen that I was a mighty oracle. But no history books could have prepared me for what happened here. Unimaginable is the power of Lavos. Anyone who dares to oppose it meets certain doom. At this rate, you too will meet a hideous fate, just like that poor fool Crono. Too soon! Too soon! I haven't seen the Lego Batman movie, so I have no thoughts on it. He's history. Play with fire and you get burned. Hold thy tongue. You wish to fight me? I don't know. I don't know, guys. He's being a real prick right now. This is Frog. He's been wanting to cut this guy's head off for so long. Kill him. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Kill him. She's putting on his gloves. Do it. Well, the chat has spoken. We're gonna kill him. Oh. Oh. I hit the... I'm sorry. Okay, I grabbed the controller real quick. I didn't actually see me hit... I didn't see my thumb hit the down switch. Oh, well. Oh, it was anticlimactic, but, you know, at least... Oh. What's this? I'll come with you. Treachery! You know, there just might be a way to bring him back. Gaspar, the guru of time, knows how to restore lost or misplaced time streams. Magus. Behold the secret character of the game. And we immediately throw Frog out and we put him at the lead. He flies! But yeah, without Crono, we need someone who's a heavy hitter and can throw some really strong magic. So, this is just as well. So yeah, the game pretty much sets it up the entire time for you to actually fight Magus. Except, you really don't need to. That's why it gives you the option. It's just like in Final Fantasy VI. When Square gives you the option to do something that you really should be doing, but for whatever reason it lets you say no, then generally saying what you don't, what you shouldn't be doing is gonna lead to something interesting. But yeah, Magus is also the only guy we can get that has shadow magic. So we're gonna need him. Not to mention he leads us to some really interesting side quest stuff. What's that? Getting some interference from an enormous gate. Yeah, I've just got other messages coming in, so excuse the typing. Ooh. Pretty. I think they're calling us. Feels like we're gonna get sucked in there. The Undersea Palace. Everything flies now! So the Ocean Palace flies, we fly, Magus flies, everything flies. Ooh, in Suspicious Cave. So yeah, from this point on, the Black Omen just exists. The Black Omen is in every time period from here on out. We can enter it anytime we want and start the finale of the game. But we have other things to attend to. Namely, we have to go to the fair. There's also a few really fun things that we can do, and I'll do a couple of them, but first we do have this to attend to. Because there is one ingredient we're going to need, and I don't want to have to go all the way to the Guru, then all the way back, and then all the way back to the Guru, so we're going to go ahead and get this part out of the way. Trivia, that's the exact same sound effect as Kefka's laugh, they just changed the speed. Welcome to Norstein Beckler's lab. The spine-tingling show is about to start. How many silver points would you like to pay? Ooh, actually I don't think I have enough. You don't have enough points. Ugh. Okay, this is going to be the annoying part. So it actually does make you go back, and it does make you play. I have 2 silver points. We're gonna need some time. I was honestly hoping I would hit this point of the game when I was off camera, but unfortunately we're here. I have to grind up silver points, and the best way to do that is to beat up Gato a few times. It's an easy thing, but it's time-consuming, and we have to keep listening to the song. Better toy line, Go Buster or Go Sager? I personally like Go Buster's toy line a lot more. Like, Go Sager had weird things, like the super mode's weapon was basically like it's supposed to be some kind of weird magic wand, but to me it looks like a it looks like a fishbowl on a stick. And in the worst parts of it, it looks like or it looks like a gumball machine that's been taken apart. At the very least, this is fairly easy. Hello, Tyler. Welcome to the chat room. Rye, I feel like you're testing how much you can get away with. I'm not on New Game Plus. And I'm farming Gato now because I didn't get the opportunity to do it before. I'm only playing during streams. I have not been grinding off camera. Connection-wise on this end, everything's okay. Been going for an hour, not a dropped frame yet. Okay, now, here's the part where I admit I'm a little bit iffy. 62. I can't remember which of the 3 games is the one I need. Now, if you know which one, don't spoil what we're getting here, but I can't remember. I think it's the 80-point game. In reality, you should be doing all of them, but I don't want to waste time doing all of them. And then there is like the literal chance that I could be losing here. Not likely, because it's very hard to lose those games. Where do I see myself in 25 years? Celebrating the anniversary of you asking me that question. Yeah, if this was New Game Plus, I would have I would have beaten Lavos when he first showed up. Marl is Princess Nadia. She's the love interest and second character of the game. And we're dealing with this currently in this situation. Her boyfriend's dead. Any plans to celebrate the anniversary of my first video? Not especially. Like, I don't have the Head Pop Waspinator anymore, so it's a little bit awkward. Spend your 92 silver points here. Alright. Rai, I did notice you. There's just a few things that, Monsters... Okay, hang on. Okay, gotta focus a little bit. This isn't too hard, but... Okay, monsters closing in. Throw these things. A hostage will slowly be lowered into the flames. To save the day, you must hit the blue light to raise the rope. Defeat all monsters before the hostage goose is cooked. Okay. Oh, so difficult. Ah. Wrong game. The one I want is... There's one game where you have to pick between... Okay, 12 points. We need to whack Gato 2 more times. See, the irony now playing as Magus is that now he just saved Marl from being cooked alive. Yeah, 253, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't have any drop frames on this side, so if you're having issues, it's probably on YouTube's end. It's like either your connection or YouTube, one or the other. Thoughts on the Mutos? I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, it's like Magus, the man, like the guy who summoned Lavos, who was trying to take over the world in the Middle Ages. He's finally joined our side. Let's go to the carnival! Let's play dumb games! And win prizes we could have easily bought for for a fifth the price that we actually spent to get them. Favorite Cyber Battalion toy right now is Grimlock. I did get the other 3 in, so at some point we will do a random review week for those other 3. Oh no. Mimic what you see. This is the game. This is the game I have to play. But this is... Here's the thing. Well, it's a little bit of a... It's a little bit of a lie, because I have to mirror, if I remember right. So if it throws up his left arm, I have to throw up my right arm. But also, I'm using an Xbox controller. So, I have to remember that it's not the Y and A it asked me for. Alright. Oh no! Can I not get it yet? Do I actually have to... Hang on. We'll see. This kind of gets tough here if I have to pay attention. Be very deliberate. No, I hit the button! Ugh. You know what? Fine. Fine. We'll just get to the point in the plot where I actually need to do this. I'm not a fan of that game. And I swear to God I hit that button at the right time. Talk to me. Who's that healthy kid with a radical haircut? Ooh. Wrong subject? How much longer is the stream going to last? Probably about an hour. I have nothing to give you but this song. It is called Memories of Crono. Wow, I'm glad you had it prepared in time. That's convenient. I wish I could lend a hand. We're looking for the Guru of Time. Guru of Time, eh? Heard of him, of course. What do you want with him? He knows how to bring Crono back. To bring back lost loved ones. It's what everyone wants. Crono must be proud to have friends like you. I'm gonna eat an apple. Yeah, Thomas, I still like Glyos. Hey. I need to do a new Glyos recap before the week's out. Hey! I'm heading back. I heard you. Here, take this with you. It's a rock. Let's call that the Chrono Trigger. Title drop! It is pure potential. By unleashing a specific course of events, it can have a powerful effect on time. Ask the one who made the epoch, your wings of time, how to hatch it. Like any egg, it represents a possibility. It may or may not hatch, but the Chrono Trigger gives you potential to get your friend back. The egg will have an effect equal to the effort you put into your search. No more and no less. Don't forget that. As long as you keep Crono in your heart, the day you are dreaming of shall arrive. You know, technically Megas should just recognize him. Shouldn't he? Now, you saw him. You know that's Gaspar. I believe that's what they used to call me ages ago. Yeah, Cameron, I do have a Tumblr. I never use it. It's there just for the sake of protecting it. Because I found out with... Ooh, you got bigger. I found out that when more than 3 people know your name, people just start buying up, you know, whatever you have. That's why I have TJOmega.org, but not TJOmega.com. Because a Chinese squatter is sitting on that one, and I can't do anything about that. Whee! Perfect landing. End of time, future. Oh, yeah, we need the future. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, not that future. Luckily, this doesn't trigger anything immediately. But we can go to 1999 to fight Lavos at any time we want. No way. I really wish you could actually visit 1999 for real, but it takes you straight to the apocalypse. I've been waiting for this. Lavos. Well, unfortunately for you, we're not going to do that. It's good just to see. I'm glad that they actually gave you like that option to back out. Because, man, that's so easy to just wander straight into and die. Okay, that's the sewer entrance. Okay. I should actually... Here, what am I doing? Like, Megas is awesome, but at this point, this is strictly... This is Marl's fight. We need to have her at the head. Ah, I keep forgetting that there's no point to using that. Open up. Thoughts on the Deca Ranger and Gavan crossover? That's one of those things I never realized I needed until they announced it. Because it makes such sense. Wake up! On Death Peak, you will find the power to restore life, but to activate the power, the deceased must be important to the space-time continuum, and you must have a clone identical to that person. Only then can a Chrono Trigger work its magic. Need a clone? The magician, Nolstein Beckler, could whip one up in the wink of an eye. Loves festivals. Find a festival, you two shall find Beckler. Okay. Okay, fine. See, before I always did that carnival game with Crono in my party, so I never considered I might actually have to trigger the event. Boom, boom. Back to the present. It'd be nice if I could just pay the guy, but I think I have to do the game, even if I have the information. Oh, as long as I'm just wandering around. Let's see. Hey, Luca. Nope. I don't think he gives us anything new until after the next major event. What do I think of the Boogeyman games? Not entirely sure what the Boogeyman games are. I don't have the silver points to actually play the game. I'm back to 2. Chris, what you missed. We beat Dalton again. He kidnapped us and made us do Metal Gear stuff. No, he's not gonna... I have to play ball. Oh, so you want a Chrono clone. Normally, I'll never do this, but today I'll make an exception. Challenge me, and I'll give you a clone. The longer you stay in the game, the lower my price will be. You don't have enough points. Hey! Really? Could you finish the game with Crono dead? Yes, I could go right to the Black Omen right now and finish the game. I wouldn't recommend it, because Crono is one of your more powerful characters. Jeez. This is a really annoying part of the game. I don't know why they put you through this. Because, like, clearly they scripted it so that you do have a better opportunity of getting the Chrono clone. And I, frankly, unfortunately wasted your time because I didn't remember that I had to trigger that event. Like, you can get a Chrono doll early on, and it'll just be sitting there at Chrono's house waiting for you to actually use it. The cool thing is, you can get a clone of every character. And then when you go to their room, or go to their home, or whatever their, like, place you find them is, the clone is there, and you can actually goof around with it. Jeez. Okay. I usually set... I don't know why. OBS is usually set to not include the mouse cursor. I'm not sure why it was capturing it. At the very least, this way... At the very least, this way, all I need is the 40 silver points it takes to actually play the game. No matter how I do here, he's going to give me a price on the clone I should be able to afford, which is how the game helps you progress, but it still forces you to play. It still forces you to play all the carnival games to earn the points, which is weird. Okay, let's try this one more time. Because I'm sick of you laughing at me, you disembodied clown thing. Mimic what you see. Left arm, right arm, laugh, surprise. It's the exact same game, and man, it's just as annoying. Okay, this time I need to concentrate, so I'm probably going to be silent for this. Because I can get it for free if I actually clear the game. Ah! Wrong one. That was not too far off, either. Once it gets really fast like that, the game's almost over. Rye, you'll find the older you get, the more true that statement gets. I've got a few that went way too early. Well, at least the cat I won is here, and Crono's mom is nowhere. Oh. Oh, hello. Is Crono okay? Yeah? Just fine. Tell him to be good, alright? Don't worry, he absolutely cannot get into trouble. I promise you. We'd like to borrow this doll for a bit. Go right ahead. It magically showed up 2 minutes ago. It's really creeping me out. Stay out of trouble now. She says as the creepy dark mage is following me around. Do I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe will end, or will it continue forever? I think it'll eventually end. At some point, you will actually run out of things you can do. And eventually the audience is going to get exhausted. Boom. 253, I am aware that I can get multiple clones, and I can actually have a second one to goof around with. I'm not terribly interested in doing that for this stream, however. Okay. There is something I want to show off, just before we actually go back to Death Peak. If I can remember where it is. Tata's house. It's not Tata's house. Nope. It's one of these places. Aha. Something inside is reacting to the pendant. Remove it? No. I'll do the same thing to this box. No. So here's a cool thing. Now we can start playing around with time a little bit. So we know that Marl's pendant can open up any of those black boxes or doors that have that signature on them. That little, like, sigil of the Kingdom of Zeal. The other thing it lets you do, which is a whole lot of fun, is if you just check the chests without actually taking anything from them, it activates. And it stays active for 400 years. So now when I take it in the future, the white vest powered up to the white male. Black vest powered up to the black male. You can actually power up the items you get by letting them sit there from one period to the next. And then, if we want to really wreak havoc with the time-space continuum, you can go back to the chests you just activated and take them without consequence. I mean, at this point, it's absolutely nothing. Like, I've got way better equipment. But man, it's really valuable stuff to sell if you actually need the cash. So, 123 to 130 absorbs shadow hits. Absorbs lightning hits. I can't remember what we're running into. Got the load vest too, which is a little bit better defense-wise, but I need to keep her on her feet. I think, yeah, your stuff is going to be good for you for a while. Wait, male, man, there's, the Taban suit's even stronger than that, wow. But well, good as I'm going to get now. But that trick is going to work on a lot of things, and it's how you get some of the best armor and equipment in the game. We can't access all of it right now, though. But I wanted you to have, like, a little bit of a taste of what we're going to do. Because once we get into the next stream, which will be on Thursday, hopefully, because it's the only day I have, we're going to get a lot of really, really interesting things. You also notice there, well, we can save it for later, but right now we got the time to get, I think we got enough time to get to where I wanted to end this stream. Alright. Luckily, the continents are all laid out the same way, so as long as you know where one thing is, you can generally find your way to something like Death Peak, for instance. This is gonna be rough. Okay, so Death Peak. Let's go talk to the guru again. I think this needs to, I think this is a little bit beyond me right now. Hang on. So far my thoughts on the new Sentai are all positive. It's looking really good so far. On Death Peak, you'll find the power to restore life, but activates... Yes. Enough. The time has come for you to attempt Death Peak. It's the only chance you have of reviving your friend. The last program I've implanted in this creature's memory banks will help you up the mountain. Stand back. What are you doing? Why can't we... Oh, God. Executing program. He's making Cell Juniors. The seeds of the future lie buried in the past. You're really gonna go beast machines on me right now? Yeah, I just saw the movie Morpher at Walmart the other day. It's actually kind of interesting looking. Only I've had that experience where casuals just don't understand that the original toys were pretty much junk. Of course, you have to fight through nostalgia goggles, which is not always the easiest thing. Now, I must ask you for a favor. This creature has executed his program. Please let him sleep. The switch is on his stomach. This creature sleeps beyond the flow of time. Well, that's depressing. I literally just shut the guru off. Tyler, I don't believe in 1 to 10 scales anymore. Because a lot of people are trained to think that anything below a 7 is bad, which it's not. Like, on a proper 1 to 10 scale, 5 and 6 are the average medium point. But I honestly believe that, like, Titan's Return Hot Rod could be an absolute 8 or 9 for somebody who is interested in what it delivers on. And it can be an absolute, like, 2 or 3 for a lot of people. Walk when the wind dies and hide behind trees when it blows. Power tab. So literally the last... Oh, not close enough. The last program in this thing was to just make trees on Death Peak. Also, because there's no grid locking your characters in place here, like Pokemon or Final Fantasy VI, it's actually really hard sometimes to get them, like right there. It looks like I was right on the tree, doesn't it? But I wasn't. Where do I think the light capsules from Mega Man X are during Mega Man Zero? I think at that point he probably exhausted all of them. You got to remember at that point in that timeline, there's been one or more apocalyptic events, you know. Ew, the gooey egg things. Oh god, and they eat us. Okay, a couple of basic attacks is enough, though. Well, if Megas gets in a slash. Oh, eating him. Yeah, Death Peak is true to its name. It's a pretty rough place. We're gonna have more than one boss level battle here, too. Yeah, the Megas, if you listen to the storylines in their songs for the games, it's actually a much, much better storyline than Capcom wrote. It's weird how sometimes interpretations like that get so strong. For the people, well, I should say for the people watching the archive, the chat room, someone in the chat room discussed that the Proto Men did their favorite Mega Man timeline. So many of the gooey egg things. Oh, and ghosts! Because why not? It is Death Peak, I guess. So here's the fun part about Megas. Every element. Lightning, ice, fire. He's got it all. Larry, a lot of people have wondered why Zero never actually takes any of the light capsules. Probably because the system's incompatible, because Zero is not one of Light's bots. Wall ring. I can use reflect now. Ooh, save point. Gonna need that. Actually, Marl needs a top up real quick. Oh, hi. It doesn't want me touching its chest. Okay. So here's the fun part. Mini Lavos. Ow. And he hurts. Oh, does he hurt. God, I'm scared of attacking its shell. I get the feeling like the shell is going to... Yeah. I get the feeling if I attack the shell, I'm going to regret it. Because that seems to be how these things go in these RPGs. Lavos' sigh, sleep spell. Don't put her to sleep. I want to see if an antipode... Nope. Even an antipode works. Okay. I guess I will just... Or not. Never mind. Also, Luke is kind of crazy right now. I might have to have Marl shoot her. Oh no, that knocked her out of it. But actually, since that... Okay, sudden thought, hang on. So, I did explain at one time that because I'm going through this without grinding, I do have to play more strategically. I'm doing something I normally never do. I'm actually casting Protect on people. Chrono Trigger needs a lot. Chrono Trigger needs a proper sequel that isn't crap. It needs more. It does need a few. It does need a remake, I would think. As long as Square does it right, and I actually don't think they are going to do it right, because I've seen what it looks. I've seen what the remake of Final Fantasy VII looks like. Okay, let's get the girls up. I want to try an antipode now. Here come the spikes again. Okay, that's not nearly as bad. And we'll go ahead and tonic Megas. I always get nervous of attacking the shells on these things when it gives you the option. But when it dies, it has no chance to counterattack, so who cares? Like their Giga Arm. Like they're treated as mini bosses, but they're not bad. There's just more than one is the bad part. Brave Sword. Well, more. I'm tired of the eggs. I don't want to fight the eggs. See how they like being set on fire. Because most things don't like being set on fire. They don't either. Yeah, that's the problem with a Chrono game, is that this was made by an all-star lineup of game developers, artists, musicians. Everything about this game was made to be top of the line. Like, it really shows, because this game ages really, really well. Most of those really good Super Nintendo games do. Ah, glittery. I had to go all the way back around. I had to fight the eggs again. Favorite Sith Lord? Honestly, I think Vader's the only answer there. Because it's not going to be anything from the prequels. And Kylo Ren's not one. I wouldn't be surprised to see this game on Steam before too long. Most of the other... most of the other Square RPGs that are really good are on Steam in some form or another now. I didn't forget the expanded universe. I just don't care about the expanded universe. I don't... More accurately, I don't know it well enough to care. And yeah, Okami is a fantastic game. I gotta stream that at some point, because it's been a long time since I've actually played the game. Barely played an hour of Final Fantasy VII. That's a game I have learned to hate over the years. Like, the more I think about that game, the more it just doesn't work for me anymore. Like, the gameplay is fine. It's everything else that's the problem. No! Not more eggs! Jeez, I'm playing Pokemon Go right now during the Valentine's event. I've had it update here with sentient eggs. Star Scythe. Oh, of course we're gonna put that on immediately. What was the name of the Mega Man game you played a while ago? I played a lot of Mega Man games, but I'm going to assume you're talking about Mega Man Powered Up for the PSP. Because that's the oddball one I played not long ago. Spawn number 2. Okay, same protocol. Okay, Luca guards, Marl heals. Should you get Secret of Evermore if you find it cheap? Honestly, Evermore is the Square RPG I don't have much experience with. I've played all of the other classics. Like, I've played through and loved the Final Fantasy VI. I've never beaten Final Fantasy IV, but I've played quite a bit of it. There we go. And I've played Secret of Mana. Secret of Mana is another one I've thought of for streaming because it's, again, fantastic. A lot of those Square RPGs are so good. Like that, like the Super Nintendo is where, like, quality RPGs lived. Where did the light capsules come from? In the early games, it was explained that Dr. Light left the capsules there for X, knowing that attacks with lava spawn needle. That's the counterattack I was worried about. So yeah, don't attack the shell. Oh. Heal, 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 heal. Turtle up, turtle up. Protect does not seem to be doing a whole lot, I gotta be honest. Of course, I also just took 2 needle storms in a row there. Yeah, it is very much welcome from Final Fantasy VI. Attack the head, not the shell. And my white mage is asleep. That's not good. Like, the Antipode, really, I should not be doing because of that counterattack. Magus learns Dark Bomb. Luca learns Flare. Antipode 3. Ooh. I want to use it. I want to use it so bad. Okay, Luca needs ethers. And one for Magus, why not? Marl is doing fine, because she's got the relic that lets... Be careful, it's slippery. Falling at to start over. Oh god, I hate this part. Yeah. Have I played Slayers on Super Famicom? Only a little bit. It's not great. Daniel, you'll have to remind me what the question was. Between trying to keep up with what's going in the game and trying to check the chat, it gets a little bit lost. I do apologize for that. See, the fun part now is Magus now has access to every element. Because now Dark Bomb is a shadow type attack. Oh man, not. Well, you know what? You idiots just became test fodder. And that's how we beat the game. So yeah, Antipode is fantastic. Vedic Blade. Like, I was so waiting for Antipode 3 this whole time. Because that is the win button in this game. Like, that's one of the two spells where it's just like, if you throw that down, no one's gonna leave happy. Except you, because you'll actually survive. Spiked again. Marl is already in critical. I'm not sure I'm going to need to bother with Protect this time. I just want to keep everyone up and healthy. What is... Nope, Dark Bomb targets the shell too. So... This is where I probably should have brought Frog, honestly. I got into a hurry to use the really cool character. But man, he is not helpful here. I need Frog in his downs... like, his one target attacks. The TV Nihon spoilers aren't out yet, so I'm probably not going to, or the TV Nihon version of the episode isn't out yet, so I'm holding off on spoiling the next Xaid. Generally, I give it a week. Like, if you want to ask me what happened in last week's episode, okay. This week, no. Try to give everyone just a little bit of breathing room when it comes to that. Because not everyone can see it right away. Man, Luca's confused. Let's see, is there anything clever I can do? I don't think so. No, gotta stick to the basic stuff. Suki, I do remember Ranma 1/2. I never actually finished it, but then again, I don't think the anime finished itself. Oh, Daniel, that's what it was, the light capsules. Okay, so Mega Man X wasn't designed to be a war machine. The capsules were there for... Dr. Light created the original capsules as a just-in-case. Like, hopefully you won't need this, but if the need comes, here's this ability to become a fighting machine. Now, you kind of have to give it up to video game logic why the light capsules are all over the place. You know, why they are in locations that would have been built well after Dr. Light's passing. And then there's an interesting little twist. Because in future games, in one of the endings of Mega Man X5, you actually see Dr. Light, the holographic Dr. Light that's in the capsules, outside of a capsule. Like, in a barren wasteland. Somehow the hologram is there. And it's completely aware of what happened, that X is damaged and needs to be repaired. And it's implied that whoever was controlling those holograms was the one who was actually putting those capsules down all this time. Memory cap. What is that? There's a little leftover of some kind of sprite up there. I never actually noticed that before. But yeah, it's implied that the holograms are either a sentient AI that can respond to things and actually do physical activity, or that someone is behind the holograms and thus behind the armor power-ups. In my mind, I'd always like to think that's Roll, looking out for her brother, even past the death of Dr. Light. But Mega Man games in general have a real hard time of wrapping up their storylines. They really don't want to cap off any particular story. So we've never actually gotten a full explanation as to what exactly that was. So this is the summit of Death Peak. And once again, the blonde in white in a square RPG climbs to the tallest cliff she can find. All those who fear the night, beware Green Lantern's might. Oh, no, wait. Wrong quote. Never mind. And stand against the darkness. Please give us strength. The pendant's reacting. We probably shouldn't have brought somebody who doesn't give a crap about Crono. That might have been a mistake for this little ritual. Ooh. Is it supposed to do that? Was it supposed to do that? We broke it. We're time travelers. How could we possibly stop something in the past from happening? Oh, we killed the sun. That's a much better thing to do. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. time freeze. I never thought it possible. The Chrono Trigger, the Guru's time egg. All back at the moment Crono died. Let's pants, everybody! And actually, since all three of these characters were actually present when I actually did this, this is actually extremely appropriate. Give me oh, we have to do it from this angle. And we swap in this doll. Take the real deal. And we yank him out of the time stream. Just before he dies, we leave the doll to take the shot for him. And nobody is the wiser that we've completely screwed up space and time or toyed with the laws of life and death. Oh, he's back as a White Lantern. Crono is still completely out of it. He has no idea what she's even talking about. We knew this day would come. It's been an hour! It's been an hour! Technically, it's only been 2 hours since he died. This day. Oh. Aww. I love that there is a special set of sprites just for this particular moment if you bring Marl along. Because really, if Crono's going to come back to life, it needs to be her. She needs to be there for it. You can bring whoever you want, but it really should be her. Will you take Crono? Absolutely. Back to the real party. Wake up. Looks like you were successful. No, don't thank me. I didn't do a thing. Just gave you a place to begin. And a magical MacGuffin that made all of this possible. But who's really paying attention to that? If you really want to thank me, make me a member of your team. Sure, you can come take shots from Lavos from time to time. I wouldn't mind. We can call you Meat Shield. By the way, the Wings of Time have come looking for you. It seems to have a heart and mind of its own. You wish to fight Lavos, correct? Many paths lie open to you. You may use that bucket or fly the Wings of Time to the Day of Lavos. Or there's the Black Omen, which floats in the sky above your world. Lavos is somehow connected with it. It's up to you to decide when and where to fight Lavos. By now you must realize you are the only ones who stand a chance against him. However, you will not be alone. I have vague glimpses of events, people and places that will empower you. In the Middle Ages, a woman's sheer determination brings a forest back to life. A fugitive in the Middle Ages, Ozzy, maintains an evil hideout. There's a task to be done in the future where machinery originated. And there's a very special stone that can shine its light on each generation, from the distant past to the far future. There's the ghost of a lofty knight, slain by Magus in the Middle Ages, who haunts the present. There's an object in the Middle Ages that sparkles like a rainbow. One of you is close to someone who needs help. Find that person, fast. Just as you touch the lives of Just as you touch the lives of every life form you meet, so too will their energy strengthen you. Fail to live up to your potential, and you will never win. I'm sorry that I must simply witness the coming spectacle from my vantage point here. The game is now completely open to us. We have all the characters. We've seen all the events. We can now go fight Lavos and end this game anytime we want. But the side quests in this game are really, really good. And the payoffs are even better. You get so much good stuff in this game if you complete the side quests. So we will absolutely be doing the side quests before we finish off the game. All 9 portals open up to us, even though we technically don't need them now. Actually, can I? I'm trying to think of where the black. Hang on. Medina Village, no. Mystic Mountain. Protodome. Where is it? Tyrant Fortress. Banger Dome. It's gonna be the last one I check, isn't it? Truce Canyon. Earthbound Island. Guardia Forest 1000 AD. Okay, I was hoping I could get to Guardia Forest 600 AD, but we'll take... We'll take what we can get. But yeah, from here on out, we get to play so much with the time stream continuum. Now, I am almost running up on time, so I'm just going to do a few piddly little things just for the sake of finishing off. For instance... Oh, wait. Wrong time period. Hang on. Because there's a black box in Guardia Forest I want. You really need to go through the quest to get some of the best items in the game, but the black chests also provide some incredibly good stuff. I do need to complete a quest or two to get a few of them to open up. Oh! Did it in the wrong... No, it was the right order. I panicked because... like... No, that was right. I'm supposed to do it in the past and then go to the future. Like... I forgot. I literally... Like, I had a minor panic attack there because I thought it was something better than a speed tab. Oh, well. Okay. That wasn't there. That definitely was not there. I'm trying to think of what I can do that's really quick. There's only one thing I can think of. No, I can't even do that yet. Oh my god. I'm cycling through it in my head, and literally the only stuff... The only stuff that I can do, like, I'm running through all the scenarios in my head, it all starts, like, really long quest lines, and things that I have to do in certain orders. So, I'll tell you what, it's past midnight. I think I'm going to call it a stream right here. Go ahead and hit the save. The Fated Hour. Which I believe is the final chapter name. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. We will pick this up on Thursday, where we get to just jump around through time and space and get to do everything we've been missing out on. And there's a few things I will be doing off camera. Won't be grinding or anything, but just a few tedium things. Like, I can now go back to the past and finish off the trading minigame. I've got a few other things that I can see to make sure that the final game goes the way I want it to. But the major stuff, there's so much major stuff. There's so much major stuff, so this is where the game gets, like, really fun. So, I will see you guys on Thursday. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for giving me someone to talk to while I go ahead and go through one of my favorite video games of all time. I will see you again on Thursday as we pick up the quest. And until then, good night, everybody.